What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here. I'm back with another deck profile. It's gonna be of me. I got second place at my locals. Went undefeated. 4-0, but just we didn't play our fifth round. We had too many people at our locals today, so we did not want to stay there too late. So we just stopped at the fourth round and went with tiebreakers, and I got second from the tiebreakers. But I didn't lose with my deck, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the deck that I played. We went back to good old Alistair. Hashtag my boy Slim right there. Alistair the Invoker, you already know. Shout out to my boy Slim. Yeah, we had to go back to Invoke for new format just because, you know, they didn't touch this deck. And I'm a very big fan of this Invoked Dragoon deck. That is just some old deck back in the day when Dragoon first came out in the OCG. And I just really liked how that deck was. So I'm going to show you guys my take on the Invoke deck. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Let's just go ahead and get into the profile. First things first, of course, 3 Slim, 3 Alistair the Invoker. Give us the secret rare version. I've seen the secret rare version in the OCG of this art, and it looks so amazing. So if we get that one, I'll be playing that one 100%. But I would think I do prefer the secret ones at the moment. But these are the only ones I have, so we're playing Slim. 3 of them. Yeah, amazing card. Best card to open in your Invoked deck. Next card we have 3 Magician Souls. Hashtag borrow from James. Shout out to James. Sloppy Tops. Yep, you already know. I didn't buy these. I'm borrowing these cards. But yeah, this is like one of the best extenders in your deck. Of course, we got a couple spellcasters in our deck. Yeah, it's pretty similar to the old list. It's just new format. So this is the card you're trying to draw with Alistair to have. Always have Predaplant Cobra with like Macabre and a Dragoon on your end board. And this card helps you cycle through your cards if you draw some extra cards, like activating Meltdown and then using Souls to send the Meltdown after you search Alistair is insane in this deck. It's just super pluses. Even if they hand trap it, you're like, it's fine. It was free. It doesn't matter. But yeah, this card helps you dig to all your cards. Magician Souls. Next up, we have a very small Trickstar package because Light Stage just returns into a 1-card Predaplant Cobra because you can Light Stage search Candina if you don't have an Alistair normal summon, and then Candina will search Corbane. Then you go special Corbane, and that's Cobra right here. Or cool fact, if you bait a Dragoon, you can normal summon Candina, search Corbane, and then attack with this, and then Corbane can help out the Dragoons because they can attack over it. So yeah, it'll be at 3,800. So yeah, it'll get there sometimes if they didn't negate it or any something, or you have droplets. But no, this is a cool little thing you can do, a little honest effect. Yeah, pretty cool. Next thing up, this is actually a new edition. So this is going to look really weird, right? Because it's just 2 random dangers. We're playing 1 Nessie and 1 Such. You're wondering probably why I don't play Jackalope, because that one's the one that, I don't know. I just didn't want to play the 3. I didn't want to commit one more spot for another danger. So I just went with like the best ones, Snake and Nessie, because I like these 2. But Jackalope is good too. You can replace either one. Nessie with like Jackalope if you like, but you don't want to have both dangers in hand and have a Jackalope. Same thing, I guess it's the same theory with Nessie and then not being able to search because you already have Such. But at least Nessie has a big body. It has a 2,800 butt, so pretty cool. This and Alistair's combo. This plus any other monsters, Predaplant, Cobra. So I like these little new additions I added to my deck. That was something new. And the only hand trap I really play is Triple Ash Blossom, because this plus Dragoons plus Macabre is very hard to play against. This is just the most generic good hand trap right now, especially in this new format. Next up, we got double Dark Magician. Yes, double. It's the same 3 as before. This is a Magician Souls send target, so I'm playing that for making sure Magician Souls is going to be an extender for me. And the second Dark Magician, you know, I don't mind hard drawing vanillas if you have an invocation or something. It's not even horrible. I actually won a couple games because I drew Red Eyes and Dark Magician, so it's funny enough how you can actually win with vanillas. But of course, it's not fun to draw them all the time. Next up, we have the 2 Red Eyes. This you can play at 1, but I just really like hard drawing the fusion materials because in this deck it's just like Dragoons ends games very quickly or forces your opponent to play very awkwardly because it's a very oppressive board, Dragoons and Macabre. So yes, that is a lot of vanillas, yes. But you have to play the deck to understand like souls. You don't if you just need to have souls live. So playing double Dark Magician isn't horrible. One Reborn, this is an amazing card to help you with Cobra. Next up we got Call by the Grave. Rest in peace. It's still at 1. We got Terraforming. A lot more Alistair cards. We got Set Rotation. Another God card. You just need, if you draw this card, it's so nice. More ways to Alistair. Trickstar Late Stage. This is a 1-card Cobra combo, and it helps you deal with back row. Picking at it 1 card at a time is very nice. Locking down a back row for the turn to keep popping through. Amazing card. And you can win in time with Light Stage. Cool facts. And my last field spell, besides obviously more Alistairs, is Mystic Mind. It's just one of those cards that you're not using to win, but it can let you win a game. But this is mainly there to buy you some turns. So, because you can always, like, you don't even have to, you can just draw a field spell to out your own Mystic Mind and then go for game when you have enough resources. So yeah, Mystic Mind, it's just there to stall for a little bit of turns. And then of course we got 3 Magical Meltdown. Slim's home. Yeah, this card's amazing. Can't be able to respond with Fusion Summoning is so important in this deck. It's amazing. Meltdown, so we got double Invocation. We're not playing like Pot of Desires, so 2 is perfect. 3 is a little too clumpy in here, but 2 is perfect. Next up we got more God cards. Red Ice Fusion just didn't get hit on the ban list, but this card is freaking amazing. So even if you don't draw a normal summon, just hard drawing Red Ice Fusion can win you the game. If they don't have the Ash, they're in big trouble. So yeah, Red Ice Fusion, very impressive card. Next up, the pair with the Red Ice Fusion is the Magical Ice Fusion. This is basically just to, it's another card that you can send off a Cobra that can help you make a Dragoons. Or this can just be a follow-up after the Dragoons play. The next turn after you Fusion, Red Ice Fusion, send the Vanillas in the grave. You'll have the materials to make Dragoon with Magical Ice Fusion. So amazing card. Cobra, it just works with Cobra, pretty much. That's all you need to know. Instant Fusion, of course, an extender and or, you know, it gets Thousand Eyes and baits something out there. Steal their cards. And the last card is Super Poly. This can be changed, but I know my locals doesn't have too many like Shadal decks, but it does have a couple Dragoon decks, so this card's actually good. But depending on your area, you can play multiple Super Polys if Shadal keeps popping up bigger and bigger and showing up more. Than Super Poly and multiples would be good, but I like the one just for Cobra again. Next up, we got 2 Cosmic Cyclone, just back row hate. Game 1 is nice. This plus a Meltdown after you Fusion Summon something is very nice because they can't respond, so amazing card. We got 2 Forbidden Droplets help us play Yu-Gi-Oh! Through their oppressive board like Dragoons and stuff. Just have a couple outs in our main deck. Forbidden Droplets is nice. And then the last card to round out the deck will make it 41 cards is Triple Impermanence. This hand trap's actually really good right now. It's underrated. Everyone's playing Cobra.deck, so this is one of the few cards that hits Verte Anaconda. I keep saying Cobra, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Verte Anaconda. This card actually hits it. And this card is really nice to discard from Macabre and Trap deck matchup, so that's why I like that card. But I'm playing 41. Very solid list. I like it. A lot of bomb cards. Basically, you're forcing your opponent to answer your oppressive boards or they lose very fast. So games do not last too long when you have Dragoons Macabre and then you're forcing them to have anything. So yeah. Alright, next up we got Extra Deck. We got the Millennium Eyes. Thousand Eyes Restrict, of course. The card's amazing. It's the only instant fusion target that's not an invoked card, pretty much. Well, I guess this is technically one too, but Mud Dragon for Super Poly, of course. We got Starving Venom for those pesky Dragoons and other dot decks like Phantom Knights. Just random stuff, dark stuff. Cobra can turn something to dark, so that way Cobra can send Super Poly and then the oppressive monster to the grave. Next up, we got Kaliga. This Kaliga, you can also end on a combo deck. When you know you're going against a combo deck, you can end with Predator Plant Cobra, Kaliga, and Dragoons, which is a very hard deck field to beat. So that's a really cool little lock in the deck. And a lot of darks in your deck are your vanilla, so you don't have to have extra deck stuff because you're sending like Red Ice, Black Dragon, or Dark Magician to the graveyard. Next up, we got Raijin. Amazing. Self-explanatory. Amazing card. Purgatorio, go for game. Gaudi's. This plus Meltdown is insane. Like, yeah. You can summon this when you see a Zeus, and then under Meltdown, they can't respond with Zeus because you're using this effect to pop Zeus, and they can't respond to your summon because the summon window says they can't respond to cards and effects. Invoke Makaba, obviously insane. Shout out to Jesse for letting me borrow his Dragoons, one to form. Pretty nice. This is the reason why this deck is really cool. Dragoons is an impressive card. They should have hit this on the ban list, but until then, I'm going to play this card. Next up, we got one Almirage. That's another new thing to my deck. I don't play Secure Garden now. I'm just relying on the Selene as the light for Magician Souls summon or Alistair. And then we also have the best card in the deck, 2 Verte Anaconda. This 2 monsters equal Dragoons and or a breakboard, so amazing. Shout out to Kato for letting me borrow the other one. Jesse let me borrow one and Kato let me borrow the other. And next up we got side deck. We got 3 Lancia for all those pesky banished decks. You guys already know. Invoke, Dino, just Virtual World, everything. This deck hits like all those decks. This should probably be that Nguyen Kaiju, but I don't have it. But we don't have very many Bird Up decks at our local, so I'm still okay. But you should probably play Bird Up, the Nguyen one, so go ahead and do that if you guys have it. Next up we got 2 Nibiru, of course. Nibiru. The God card against back row. 2 Lightning Storm, more God cards against back row. Card that you can side in going first or second. There can only be one. This is really good against Dragon Link right now. This is an FTK versus them. 1 dragon, it's game over. That's a good card. Next up, we got more breaking board cards. Evenly clear the board, make a Dragoons, they lose. Pretty easy. And the Go for Game card, Red Reboot. Rest in peace, it's still one. But yeah, that's the deck profile for you guys. I went 4-0 at my locals. We didn't play the 5th round because obviously store was going to be open too late. Congrats to my boy Kyle. We split for first for store credit. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Let me know what you guys think down below. What you guys would change possibly. Let me know what you guys think about this new format. I like it. We're seeing a lot of diverse decks, as you guys can see from my deck profiles. Like, it's so cool to see that VFD was so impressive that we couldn't even play like fun decks. But now like VFD's gone, we can play actual fun decks. So you'll see a lot of cool profiles at locals pretty soon here. So make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and then we're signing out with that. Peace.